Hello friends, my name is Muhammad Farooq. Since last 1 month, I'm continuously studying one book. Its name is Global Business by Peng. It is one of the best books I ever read on global business. So if you have a small startup or if you are a medium business and you want to expand your operations, you want to open one office in multiple countries, then this is the book you must read. All over the world, this is taught to MBA students, those students who study international business or global business. So, what's inside this book? This book actually provides a unified framework, a universal framework which is applicable to businesses all over the world. The number one question which this book answers is that what global business should be, what global business consists of. I will make it very simple for you. The idea of the book is that how the earlier companies have become global, what were their specifications, what were their resources. So then you will get the answers. The answer is in two variables. The answer consists of two components. The first one is the institution view of the business of the organization, and the other one is the resource based view of the organization. The institution based view means that what are formal or informal procedures that companies can adopt to operate all over the world, to operate in different countries. So now all of us know that when we are going towards globalization, we are almost in what they call it. Everyone is aware of globalization. It's something universal. A lot of companies now, I'm sure there are a lot of applications you're using. They exist in all over the world, in every country. So global business is becoming important these days, and this book can help you to establish the global business. When it comes to the formal institutions, it means the legal aspects, the ethical aspects, it means the rules of the countries. So the first thing the book guides you about making a logo, about making a slogan, about making something which is universally acceptable, and having a larger vision. I will give you one example. If Amazon name was a bookstore, first time when Jeff Bezos started Amazon, he named it Amazon instead of saying bookstore, even though it was an online bookstore. So the name Amazon helped him to become everything store. Now we all know that Amazon sells everything, but it was started as a bookstore. So if you are going to start a global business, you must have a larger vision when it comes to the regulations, when it comes to laws, when it comes to ethics, when it comes to customer perception. You should have a name which is applicable everywhere. You should have a name on which you can rely for a long run. So this is the reason it's better said that if you're opening an institute and you're a well-known personality, better you name it on your own name. Let's say if an institution is named on my name, that Farooq Buzdar Institute, and I'm only teaching business classes in my school, after some time, I can start some NGO, Farooq Buzdar NGO. I can start anything. But for example, if I say that for the business institute, then I'm limiting myself to only the business classes, teaching the business. So I can have a name which has a wider scope. This is the first thing you learn after reading this book. The second thing is about the informal things which are not applicable. For instance, Telenor Group operates in 13 countries. So every country they go, they say we are here to serve. So they promote the culture of that country. They promote everything. So, but you have to, even Telenor Group was in India and Pakistan. Both countries do not like each other, but still Telnar Group in one country was saying that our vision is to empower the people of India, make their life better. In Pakistan, it is saying that our vision is to empower the country and the people. So the three things I'm going to summarize, the three things you will understand from this book. First one is that what a global business looks like. It is open-minded. It has a wider scope. It does not discriminate anyone, particularly while selecting your logo. Make sure you are selecting a logo which is accepted, which is regarded all over the world. The second thing is that your formal and informal institution view should be opened, should be global. And the third one is that that you must have a resource based view. You should manage your resource in such a way that you are globally available. Particularly internet has made it very easy that any product can be sold anywhere around the globe. So this is the book, The Global Business a review. In my point of view, every business student, every graduate, I recommend you to study this book. Thank you so much.